bit of a chilly one today. So I was just getting a few things put away before we had a little bit of rain come. It was in the forecast. So there's one thing I did. I do need to pressure wash before I put it away in the barn. And that is the barn cleaner for the chicken barns. And while I'm at it, I better drain the water out of this guy. And this guy here, we just used to clean the fans on the chicken barns, on the side of the chicken barns. They get a lot of dust and crust build up on it, so this keeps it in good working order. Now here's the barn cleaner, also known as the skimmer for the chicken barns we have. I'll have to show you those in another video, hopefully, if there will be another video. But to show you how this works a little bit is there's a blade under there, and you drag that across the floor of the chicken house, and all the contents, excuse me, scrapes up, goes up on these little screen deck deals, and it leaves all the fine powder and litter and sawdust that we lay down behind on the ground, so it leaves a nice clean landscape, while the chunks goes up there and into this kind of bed here, and when that's full, you back it up and you dump it out, so it makes it pretty easy. And this is all hydraulic driven, so that PTO actually just runs a hydraulic pump. That's all that is. There's a hydraulic pump. There's a hydraulic oil tank, because this, believe it or not, takes quite a bit of oil to run. I mean, there's a lot of hoses. Everything's hydraulic, so you run it with these two sticks. This is our tractor of choice, just because it's low profile. The exhaust comes down low, so you don't gotta worry about it getting caught up in the feed and water lines that are about right there. We gotta wash it before we put it away, because all that buildup there is just so abrasive towards metal that this stuff will rust and corrode and just eat away like nothing. So I'm gonna make sure we get all these chains clean, wash around all the bearings and sprockets and down there and there, and just get all the crust off of it. Same with the tractor. Get back all back there and under there. I think we all get it. Haven't even started washing it yet, and I've had my first breakdown of the day. I started with 3 bolts, and now I only have 1, but I'm sure it'll be fine. And this is also a little bit limp, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Update, it was not fine, so just to get this done, I'm just gonna pull this back out and use the little bit of water I got left in this tank here, which really is quite a bit, so. I've gotten most of the outside parts semi-clean. I can fire up that tractor and dump it so we can clean the bottom of that bed out, because that gets pretty nasty. I got that put away, and it's not clean by any means, but it's good enough for me. I know my dad's gonna watch this video and tell me how bad of a job I did, but that's fine. Got to get it in that bay there, but we got some tractors in the way I'm gonna have to move. We did part of first cutting last week out in that field there, and a field on the other side of the barn. So that's why we got stuff parked everywhere. We still got a couple more fields to do, so that'll hopefully make for some good videos if I decide to do that. I think that's moved good enough for me to swing out there, get it back in without taking out that back wall. Before I headed back to the house, I thought I'd show a little bit about these barns. There's no birds, obviously, hence why all the feed hoppers are outside. Those usually sit on the inside of the barns, on the end of the feed line, and that pipe there is an auger that augers feed from these bins into those, and then there's a small feed line. These pipes auger the feed into the hoppers from the, because there's an auger that runs across the ceiling inside. Right there, and those hoppers sit on top of these little, kind of shaped like a V, and then that line right there is an auger that augers feed into each one of these feed pans. So it's a pretty cool setup. So this is the inside of the barn right now. No birds right now, they just left. So we'll be putting sawdust in here maybe next week, so hopefully I'll be able to show some of that. That's looking like it's gonna be it for today. Gotta go inside and get some stuff done, so I don't know if I'm gonna get much more done outside. So I think it was a pretty successful video. I don't know, I guess we'll see. So anyways,